Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Please do let us know if you haven't received your package. I hope everybody has. Um, and if you haven't, please let us know and we'll get that corrected sooner than later. We tried to send them out so you would have them by today and we can end it on a good note there. Um, but we've come a long way in our leadership institute, or at least I think we have. We get the benefit of learning from each cohort, and I can tell you it's been quite an experience each time. We're extremely proud of the time that you guys have shared together, because I feel like it allowed you all to really become vulnerable together and share some experiences, and hopefully it became a little bit more resilient in the face of a pretty evolving and maybe chaotic situation that we're all facing in public health. We like to kind of leave on a good note that um, hopefully we can enter the next phase of our lives together, knowing we have a safe kind of sounding board together. We've created some networking relationships. We've also grown so much together over, gosh, it feels like 9 months now. And hopefully you can take that with you. That's always a message we try to leave with each cohort. And just because you're in this cohort, please let us know and we can connect you. I think some of you have actually joined our LinkedIn page. We try to bring everybody together. We're not as active on that yet, and I mentioned that earlier. That's kind of my fault, and maybe we can kind of push the envelope a little bit here at the center to continue to be a little bit more engaging there. But bringing everybody together, we hope that it's not just an opportunity for you guys to have been a part of this cohort and learn together and grow together and continue to be colleagues together, but the entire enterprise. We want everybody to be connected, more than just a hey, how are you kind of connection. We want everybody to feel like they can go to one another and continue to lean on each other. We're in this fight together. We know what public health is. We know the health of our country and the health of the world is important. And so let's try to keep it moving in the right direction. Um, I think Stacy has something we should probably start now.
Down in Region 6, the party's going strong. Second line stepping, come join along. Spirits high, we're on our way. Smile bright, it's graduation day. Clap your hands, let the music play. Y'all work real hard, let's celebrate. Hats off now, raise your voice. Region 6, let's make some noise. The public health feeling right. Our region's leaders shining bright. Leaders rising to the call. Congratulations, we're proud of y'all.
Yay. So congratulations, everybody. We appreciate everybody's commitment to our Leadership Institute. I'll open this up to you guys. Please feel free to improve us. Let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you liked. Chime in just open the forum up. Let everybody kind of contribute as they want to. And I think we have a LinkedIn group there in the chat too, in case you're on your phone or you can't see it. Please feel free to click on it and join the group. But is there anything anybody wants to say or chime in or help us improve going forward? Yes. Hey, Diana.
Hi. Hi. I just wanted to say thank you for, hosting the course. I thought the course was it's well organized, well structured, and I definitely enjoy meeting and working with all the individuals. And I've worked with some more than others, but I was very grateful for the opportunity to know what individuals were doing in their respective jobs and also learning more about them as far as personality and leadership style. So I gained a lot from that. I do like the course work. I felt it was right on par. However, when I was talking with some of the other classmates, and if I was going to take this course again, hindsight's 2020, at the end of the course, we had more interaction where we had more breakout sessions and more engaging conversation. And at the beginning of the course, we were asked to complete assessments about our leadership styles. How do you institute and implement those policies associated with your leadership style? I think if you take the courses that are at the end, which require more one-on-one working in group settings and critical and analytical thinking as a group, and move those to the front and put the assessments and some of the other things that's in the front and the back, I think it will structure the course more, and you will learn more about the um, individuals in your cohort and in your on your in your teams, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so kind of allowing you to blossom through what it is you've learned and how you then envision your leadership styles, and having some kind of workshops to help you even further understand your leadership style. Maybe even coming back to the first part of the institute after you've had a sandwich of some sessions and coming back full circle, maybe. I hear you on that. Absolutely. Um, I will say that we were a little bit under the gun last time because our sessions were, or should I say, our institute was questionable whether or not it was going to be re-offered. So we had to scramble to get these session leads plugged in on their availability. But I definitely agree with you. That's a great point. And I think maybe even coming back, depending on how it fleshes out next time, either have that kind of finalized or final session or two to help kind of pull it together, or do, as you said, switch it all together. But that's a great point.
Thank you again.
No, thank you. I thought I saw. Oh, okay. Emily, you got your hand. What you got?
I do. Hi. Thank you so much. This has been a fantastic experience. I'm really grateful that you guys have taken the time to think through it all, apply for the grant, like, get all the people, get it all organized. That, you could just do your own work at your university and teach and do your own research and, go about that. But the fact that you are taking time to help improve others and by default all our communities, that's commendable. So thank you so much. I'm extremely grateful, and I think all of us, I speak for all of us. I would only say I liked all the sessions, and I think they all they all contributed a lot. That first session of that Bianca was mentioning was really insightful. And I agree with, to a certain extent, with her comment. I'd also say, there's some of the sessions that don't have pre or post work. And I think if some thought could be, and I know you guys already have so much work, but the sessions that did have some pre and post work, and the ones that did have the breakouts, I felt like stuck with me further. Like, as I think through the past few months, or 6, 9 months, those are the ones that I feel like I learned more, because I perhaps I'm more of like a hands-on type of learner versus like if I'm reading it or just listening in, right? So that would be the only thing I would say, that for those sessions, if there could be a breakout portion, or if at least the pre and post work, even just reading, so it doesn't have to like put more on their presenters and on your team. I think that helps us like deepen our knowledge in that. But again, thank you so much for everything you guys did for us.
Thank you, Emily. I agree with you. The pre and post work kind of anchors me to the topic a little bit better, and maybe that's just the way you and I are similar in a sense that that's the way I learn too. But I agree. I think you're right on the money with that. Can I ask if anybody disagrees? Was it too much work while we're on that topic? You won't, we're not going to poke fun at you for saying I don't like the work, but is there anyone that disagrees that it was a little too much work? Sarita, you think it was a little too much?
Well, no, I think, I agree that we wanted some pre-workouts, because I felt same way as, she just mentioned. I think the pre-works kind of, helps you guide what to expect, or at least kind of prepares you. But I think one of them had a lot to go through. So I was thinking maybe we can have a little, short pre-works, and then also short post works. I think that would balance them rather than to have a larger one on some of them and then really not have anything on some. So I would think, mini pre-work and post work, because I don't think we had a mini post work anyway. So I would think that would help us to kind of, go back and think of what we just learned today.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So a little bit more balance there. Yeah. Good points. Good points. So I know you had your hand up, so I'll.
Yeah, I guess, sorry, Casey, I guess I'll take my time. I really want to thank you all of you, your team, and also the mentors. I think it was a lot, to learn from everybody and also my cohort. Thank you so much. It was good to know everyone. And I hope the LinkedIn will help us to kind of, get in touch throughout the journey. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. Let's see, Casey.
Okay, can you all hear me?
We got you. Yeah.
Okay, so I am so grateful that I was selected to participate. Overall, I really enjoyed the cohort. I enjoyed the diverse ideas and types of leaders throughout Region 6. The session that I think I'm most grateful for was the emotional intelligence. Like, it really was a reflective moment for myself. Like, it really kind of centered me somewhere else. It reshifted me as far as how I think and kind of move about, I guess, not only professionally, but personally as well. One thing I would suggest is maybe at the end of the sessions, maybe the last 10 minutes, that the participants could give like some type of live feedback or reflective moment of what impacted them most during their session. I like the surveys, but I think when you have that live or that on the spot chat or feedback, it kind of, is more impactful. And one thing I think fun that we can do after seeing the video for graduation, maybe if each of the participants going forth can submit like a 30-second video, something fun about themselves for the graduation, then we can send it out to the groups going forward. And that's it.
I love that comment. Yeah, that's a really good idea. If only Timothy Dickens was good, right? I'm kidding. Timothy Dickens is the emotional intelligence expert. So I agree. I love that session. He probably gets tired of us because we always ask to do it again with him every year. It's like, come on, I've already done y'all 5 times now. But it is really good. What else? Anybody else have anything or want to chime in, piggyback?
I'll go ahead and just jump in real quick, Stephen. I agree with everybody's comments thus far, and want to also express my gratitude to everybody on the team and our subject matter experts. Yeah, I think the more applied, right, learning. I'm an applied learner. I teach too, so I like to teach my students applied. I think I'm kind of biased in terms of the hands-on, but I think, being able to interact with everybody, and I mean, just it opened up my world actually too as well, being part of this cohort and being part of the sessions, just to hear from our subject matter experts and really think, oh, well, that's public health too as well. And like I'm thinking about our subject matter experts that served in the military, right? And thinking about logistics and thinking about those situations that we all face that we are challenging, because you opened up talking about the challenges that we face in public health. And we all work in different public health systems, and so how we adapt and how we respond is probably one of the biggest takeaways that I think I've seen myself apply, even as I've been going through this course, like step back, breathe, reflect, all of those things. So no, it's been super helpful and super beneficial, and I would just kind of second the comments. I think the more interactive, the more we can get fired up at the beginning, because we learned so much from one another. So it was a lot of fun. So thank you all.
Great. Thanks, John. I agree. I think learning from each other has been probably the thing that I've seen or that our team has even discussed, and how rich y'all bring the rich environment and the rich experience that you bring that just further enriches the actual cohort. It's something that's very unique. and kind of creating those networks across Region 6. Gosh, Region 6 is so big, and we have so many elements of public health already. It's been a discussion in another one of our grants that we have here, and how logistically challenging it is to bring people together in our region because we're so geographically dispersed. But having this kind of opportunity for an extended period, not just a 1 or 2 hour, virtual happy hour. I mean, you can't get much out of that, right? So I think y'all really, really do make this cohort and this kind of enterprise, if you will, this institute, you really make it what it is. And this has been a fantastic cohort. I'm grateful for y'all too. We see a lot of chats in there in the chat. If you don't have the LinkedIn access, please click on it. Feel free to jump in there. I think we've let everybody in so far. Emily, hey, jump back in.
Again. Will she ever stop talking? So I just had a thought as you're mentioning this, and I'm wondering, like, how can we take advantage of um, how can we deepen our I don't know, relationships or connection for those who are in similar areas, so like I'm in the greater Houston area and I'm just thinking right now, I'm so grateful for the LinkedIn, and also, we have everyone mentioned where they live and work and whatnot. So, I can definitely take initiative and go in there and look for people who are in the metropolitan area and reach out and try to set something up. And I think it'd be really good if we took advantage of this. We already network, we already kind of know each other, deepen it by actually meeting in person at some point. We are a resource for each other. So I just want to put that out there. And if you guys think of any ways in which we can encourage us further, not putting it on the organizers, but like everyone in this group, we all have different ideas and ways that we can come up with that.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's something that we've talked about a great deal. So you are right in line with what our center people and the other cohort members have had too. Travel is often difficult when we can't support it and y'all are already strapped. So I think one of the things that, as you were talking, and this is something that we might consider doing, is to try to start within that LinkedIn group, maybe a calendar of relevant regional conferences that may be hosted in the region, or even some that are not, and just kind of get a grip of who's going. Hey, chime in if you're going to go. And maybe we can make an effort, whoever is going, to say, hey, I'm going to grab coffee at X, Y, and Z in the conference center or down the street or whatever it is, and maybe make an effort to make sure we do physically connect when we share some space. That might be something we can think about. I don't think that would be too difficult to do in the LinkedIn. I feel like the LinkedIn group is about the only thing that brings us together on a consistent, rather than dumping emails to everybody that, if you're like me, my team is like, did you see the email I sent you 17 different times? And they're right next door to me. I'm like, no, I didn't see it. That
Agreed.
Lost, right? But you would have to go to the LinkedIn page, but it might be something we can consider doing.
We can all support it though, because like if it all falls on you all, that's going to be a lot to like coordinate what's happening in each one of the regions. So, if we all jump in.
Yeah, we can definitely start some conversations with that. We might email you on the side and see what you think about some things. David's our LinkedIn. Well, I guess David and I both are our LinkedIn admins. We can figure out how to make that usable.
I was also thinking maybe and you might have been already doing this with previous cohorts, but maybe on the LinkedIn, for the alumni group, you can put the name, our expertise, and maybe our contact info. So if we, as Emily said, if there is another health inspector, or, anybody that I need to kind of contact, maybe I'll have, easy way to find the contact information.
Yeah, you mean under the individual profile, or I mean a post by each individual?
When I don't know, I think I just visited once last week to the alumni group. I don't know if you do the list of the, cohort graduates, and when you put the name, maybe you can put the, contact information with the expertise, because I think you guys might have the area that we belong. The first time when we apply, I think we had to kind of put the area of expertise, kind of give that information if everyone thinks that's okay.
Oh, you mean
The
it has
roster.
court listed
Mhm.
and your expert. I see. I see what you.
Yes. With the email address or something,
Yeah, we can definitely we might have to get permission with emails, but I think you're right. We could probably list the names of the people and where they are. That might be something we can get crafty with. Good point.
And to share the load, we could, if you create a Google Doc or, one of those virtual documents that we could all have access to and put it on us, whoever wants to share this information, go in and put it in there. Like it's on me if I shared my contact information or not. I don't know if everyone's going to be responding as much as you want to, so to not halt the information from going up.
Yeah, that good point. We can keep in touch on that and try to figure something out. Yeah, Tom in the chat. Chat. There is a WhatsApp chat on some different various cohort-based programs. Well, this is great. It's encouraging too, because after you spend so much time together, maybe I'm tired of these people. I don't want to deal with them anymore. But it's exciting that y'all are wanting to continue the networking, and that's what really I think helps sustain the program and sustain y'all's relationships from the program. That's encouraging. So we will do whatever we can to support that, no doubt. And I will say, not just your cohort, but us too. We would love to all stay in touch. I know we kind of let the session leads talk more than us now, and we let you guys kind of take over the conversation and the discussion. We don't always speak up and add as much, but we still feel like we're a part of y'all, and want to stay in touch and certainly help in any way we can. Anybody have anything else? Anybody from the team have anything else? Kathy, I see you. You're about to speak.
Well, I guess I am now. No, simply just congratulations. We are incredibly proud of you all. Knowing that public health work, especially in the current context, is a very difficult and sort of passion-filled position to be in, and recognizing that we all are really shared and sharing that responsibility and that perspective, I think, is just really important. And like you all mentioned, like y'all are each other's network, y'all are each other's support and connection. And it's really been a pleasure to watch you all kind of stand in that together. And we're just really proud of you. I know you're going to go out and continue to do great things, and we're here to help and to support that however we can. And like David said, come and visit us. Maybe not in the heat of summer, but the other seasons tend to be quite lovely if you need a break. So come on down. Congrats, y'all.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kathy. And Jared, I'll turn it over to you in a second. Kathy brought up something that I should have already brought up. Our door is always open, virtually, of course, but even physically. If New Orleans tends to host a lot of conferences, so if some of those things that you hear and want to attend, or if you just vacation here, please stop by. We are literally, about 5 blocks away from the really busy French Quarter area. We're right in the heart of downtown. So please come by. Let us know, and we'll set something up. So Jared.
Sorry, I'll be brief because I know you turned it over to the team. I just could not find the raise hand thing.
No, go ahead.
The only thing that I would offer, I thought everything was great. I really enjoyed the experience.
Oh, I think we lost you.
Hello? Yes, no? Am I frozen?
I can
Can't
hear you.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm back. I enjoyed everything. It was amazing. The only thing I would offer is I do think that I like that some of the sessions were like two-parters. And I do think that some of the sessions, especially the one, for example, about like making the business case, probably could have been a 2-week session. Because I think that, I don't know if my colleagues agree, but there was a lot of information coming from that. And I think that is especially timely and germane for where a lot of us are right now in the current public health space. So that would be my only thing, but no criticism whatsoever. All sessions were amazing. I just would have loved to have taken more of a deep dive into that particular session because it was something that was so kind of abnormal for what I think maybe many of us do day to day.
Yeah, thank you, Jared. Sorry, my internet popped up, said I was unstable, so I muted while you were, or went off screen while you were talking in case it couldn't hear you. But yeah, I think you're right. That session probably could have had a little bit more attention to it. Pretty relevant as we shaped the 2025, 2026 sessions. That one was certainly something that we thought would be helpful. And I think maybe going forward, having some additional time set aside for nuanced various conversations in the financial and business case kind of context. Probably a good idea. Anybody else? Anything at all? We got thick skin. If you have anything to say and want to say, please, if you want to share anything that isn't nice. But also please feel free to email us. I think David, did you have a link for the final? Where did you go? I just saw you, I thought, a minute ago.
I'm here.
Do we have a link for the final follow-up for the entirety? I think we do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's right here.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah,
I just put it in again.
Perfect. So if you want to share something there, please do. We really, while we think we've grown ourselves over time, we know there's always room for improvement. Every cohort has awesome reflection points and suggestions to help fine tune it going forward. We hope that we will be able to offer this in perpetuity. And so next session, we would love to learn from you and help us improve your colleagues and your network in your home areas, how we can improve them going forward in the next cohort. And please feel free to let us know if there's somebody we should invite to join the next cohort. We're always open for those ideas too. If you have somebody that works underneath you, even as you know, in your supervisory managerial responsibilities, or a horizontal colleague that works in a different department that you really enjoy, tell them to come on over or let us know. We'll email and we'll do the outreach.
One other thing to note is I saw in the chat Miriam was talking about going back and reviewing some of the models and things. It just kind of triggered something in me, in my mind. Y'all will not lose access to the hub, so you still have access for a year, I believe is what we said, Dr. Murphy. So you can go back and look at the materials if for whatever reason, or if you want to watch the recordings. And then even if you do lose access, we'll be happy to share that with you. So we have all that archived. So if you have any requests or anything like that, or if you need support, you know how to reach us. We're here for you.
Yeah, great point, David. Thanks for bringing that back up. A few of the courses that are on the LMS, which is where the hub is, I mentioned this earlier, that a few of the session leads that you guys experienced this time, and some of them that were legacy from the previous iterations too, they have revamped and reworked and produced all new training for the training center. So some of those courses and some of the content, maybe even a little bit deeper, depending on the nuanced area of each session, but some of them are going to be coming on live in the LMS too. So we'll probably email each cohort to let them know that some of those trainings are there from an asynchronous standpoint as well as the recordings. But some of those trainings will stay on there for much longer than a year's access, that's for sure. So Well, if there's no more comments, we will give you back several hours of your day for the final session. We just always love to kind of reconnect on one final celebratory moment. But yeah, thank you all so much for the past 8-9 months. It's been really, really important to us, and we feel like it's such a good group of people every year, and this year's very, very much the same. So we appreciate everything y'all did and all that you do out there in Region 6. Please let us know if you come into New Orleans, and if you ever go to a conference, drop us a note and say, hey, are you going to be there? We might be there. So just feel free and let's connect in 3 dimensions. So thanks, everybody.
Down in Region 6, the party's going strong. Second line stepping, come join along. Spirits high, we're on our way. Smile bright, it's graduation day. Clap your hands, let the music play. Y'all work real hard, let's celebrate. Hats off now, raise your voice. Region 6, let's make some noise. The public health feeling feeling right. Our region's leaders shining bright. Leaders rising to the call. Congratulations.